Hey guys, it's just Julian here, and in this video, it's just another modeling video. I thought I would teach you how to make like train tracks, like a railroad. One of my backgrounds for a data entry, I did sort of this cool minecart track thing, and people were like, oh yeah, that looks really cool, the modeling stuff, and it was really easy to do. But yeah, I'm just going to show you how to do it because it was so easy, and I was like, oh, why not? Help you guys how to do something like that, and you don't need any plugins, it's just all Cinema 4D things, and it takes like 10 minutes to do. So I'll show you now. So basically, just get your Cinema 4D workspace open. I always have ambient occlusion on and 1080p space, 1920 by 1080. First thing you want to do is just click your middle mouse button to open up your right view panel, the bottom left hand corner one. Just go to your spline one. We'll just do freehand for now, it doesn't need to be perfect. If you don't do freehand, or do something more kind of streamlined, you can go to B spline and just draw something like this, and it will follow the curve. Or we'll just do this anyway. So just draw like a sort of nice curve in B spline. Just make it like up and down. It doesn't have to be really perfect or anything. So that looks fine. So I just draw basically a squiggly line. You could just go in freehand too, and then just draw in there, and then it doesn't really matter. But oops, accidentally spawned in a cube. But we've got our spline. Before I tend to do anything with like splines and things, I just tend to center them, because when you extrude them, the move tool for them gets a bit stuffed up. But just center it in your page, and then go to the one that looks like kind of like a ball surrounded by lines at the top, and you want to go to sweep NURBS, and then you want to go back to the one where your spline was in and go to rectangle. First of all, we're going to change our rectangle size. I think about 4 by 4 would be a little too small, so let's just say 10 by 10. That should be pretty good for now. And then you want to move your spline into that sweep NURBS, and then move your rectangle into that sweep NURBS also. Basically, sweep NURBS just creates kind of like an editing platform for that spline, and then from that platform you can add any type of shape or effect to make that spline a 3D object. So I'm just making this spline into a cube that just gets run along the spline, so pretty easy. So now that I have this spline, I'm just going to duplicate it, Control C, Control V, and just move it a little bit to the side. Make sure you have to make it like perfect lined up with the other one. So they look pretty good. So now I have this sort of track. We want to do like the little wooden planks that join it all. It's pretty easy, so just go to your cube tool, just click on the cube to spawn a cube. And I'm not really going to show very exact measurements because it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Just make kind of like a flat rectangle panel that you'd think would be like suitable for like size wise for this. Let's move a little bit in, just something like that. Something like that should be perfect, maybe a little less thick. But yeah, that looks pretty good, and it's underneath the track also. Got to remember that. So just click your middle scroll button again, and go into your 2D view, sorry, of the side. Just scroll in, and this is how a really easy way of just moving them along the track. So it's weird. Just select on your original one, and just get your rotate tool. Just rotate it so it's the same angle. Move it there, and then basically just keep doing Control C, Control V, and then just copying them along the track, and just rotate it so it's in line. And then yeah, just keep doing that basically. So I'm just going to rotate it. As you get, it doesn't have to be perfect, like you can have little bits like that like sticking in. It doesn't really matter, no one notices. So that should be pretty good. And as the track gets kind of further away, you can just start to do less and less. I just did that in the background, and it just looked cool because just the field of view you don't really notice. I don't know. So basically, just want to copy them all along the track, like so. I'll only do a few because This is just for tutorial purposes. You can do more if you want. You could make like a loop or something you want. Like there's a lot of things you can do with this. So I'll just do one more, place it along here, and if you, that looks good. Okay, so I've got kind of the basics for my track basically. So here's the point where you can kind of get like a real nice angle like here, and then you could start modeling your land around the track. So if you don't land, you could have some sort of stilts or something holding it up. If you didn't want that, you could simply just go to the cube, hold down your click button, or you could right click, also just hold down your cube button, go to landscape, and then basically just model your landscape to fit underneath the track. So just increase the height. It's not like a perfect way of doing it, but this is just what I did for the other video, and it looked alright. So basically just fill around with your landscape to make it look like the track is kind of sitting like around that landscape basically. And if you get a lot of these sort of indents, it's pretty easy to fix. You just put another landscape in the middle of it to try kind of patch it in, and then put another one. Just gonna move it over down to kind of like avoid having like the same landscapes all the time. You can rotate them, just move them around, do whatever you want. Just kind of mix up the scenery a bit. And I'll just move this one in here. So that can look pretty good for now. You can you could just put like a plane down and then make it nice and big, and then just kind of put it in here. If you wanted to kind of make it coming out of the ground or something, I made the plane really big, but if you wanted to make it look like it's part of the ground, you can easily just do that, and it doesn't really matter. I made a bit, yeah. So might move that down. So yeah, so that looks pretty good as it is. And then you could texture that really easily. So like I said in the previous video, you could just get like a simple metal texture. So let's get a simple scratched metal here. I'll just turn off specular. I'll get my two sweep NURBS, Alt G to combine them into the same group, and then I'll just drag that on the group, and I just won't do anything onto it. That's good as it is. Maybe get a wood texture. You can just type in wood into Google Images and get a wood texture. So I just drag one of these in, and always take off specular, and then get all your cubes, select them all holding shift or control clicking all of them, Alt G to group, and then drag that wood texture onto them. And then if you want some sort of stone texture or some sort of ground texture, just get like a picture of dirt or something, or rock, whatever you desire basically. And remember, take the specular off, and then group all of them in one, and then add the dirt to that. So it's as easy as that basically. And you could do other things. I could teach you how to make a minecart if you wanted to, but really that was really simple to do. It was just using like 3 different objects, and out of only those 3 objects you have like a really cool, really creative minecart track with this hill, and it's just something really unique and you don't really see that often. And it looks like, oh, that would have been so hard to model. It looks like part of a game, but it's really that easy. I'm just making this series just to show how easy it is to do these things, and don't be scared of modeling or trying to do these things, because I'm making these tutorials to help you. So if you like them, I'll keep making them, and I enjoy teaching you guys how to do stuff. So yeah, that's how to do the minecart track. I could put a Lightroom or something on it, make it look even better, but that's just the basics, I guess. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed how to make. Well, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and hope it was pretty useful for you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, have a good day.